Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. I wanted to be here today, so I found a way. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show, baby. You can get anything. You can get more money. You can get more love. You can get more people, get more friends, but you can never get more time, folks. All right? It is what it is, and I want to teach you something later on the stream that I think is going to blow your mind. I don't think you realize how much time you really have. Bitcoin with a nice little pump to the upside. The nasty Nas following it with a pump, a dump, and then a brought back to the upside. I put 300 for 1,000 here on the NASDAQ. Last night I saw this beautiful flag on the 15, and to me it looked like it was going to follow Bitcoin with the pump. Bitcoin got the pump. I feel like the NASDAQ would follow with a pump. We're seeing what's happened. Very volatile with Trump's tweet. This, everyone saw the tweet, I'm pretty sure. If you didn't, I have it here just in case, or the True Social Post, whatever you want to call it. I can't even read the whole thing here on my channel because it's, but Tuesday will be a power plant day, bridge day, all wrapped up in one. There'll be nothing like it. Open the straight, you crazy. If you're you'll be living in hell, just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald Trump. And it's just crazy, right? The mix of emotions that you can put on people, putting this word and that word, and it's it is what it is. I mean, he's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's an older man that speaks his mind. So hey, I don't know. My dad was getting into his early 70s. He said whatever he wanted at one point. He did not hold back. He did not care. And I think that comes with old age, man. You say whatever you dang well please. And I don't know if that's the greatest thing. I'm not going to criticize. I'm being open-minded here. I know I got people that voted for Trump in my group. I know I have people that didn't. I know I have people of all walks of life in my group. Never want to alienate any of you guys. But I have a right for my beliefs. You have a right for your beliefs. And we have a right to love each other no matter what. All right? And that's kind of the idea that I push every day, is that I just want to make sure that I'm living in high frequency. If I'm so upset at someone else's beliefs that it's building hate and hatred, and I'm just focused on hate and hate, it's not going to be good for my cortisol levels. It's not going to be healthy for me. If I'm raising my frequency, if I'm vibrating high, if I'm helping as many people as possible, and if I see people that I don't agree with, I'm avoiding them and doing what I can do to combat that, then that's what you do. You know what I mean? You can take action instead of complaining. And I see a lot of people who complain that would never take action. So it is what it is, Gonna just take some health shots here this morning. This is just a concentrated shot of ginger. Nothing crazy. It is in glass, and it's important, you know what I mean? And I do this with you guys a lot to show you, I haven't eaten anything today. I don't eat until about 1 o'clock every single day. Last thing I ate yesterday was, 8 p.m. So I've been fasting, letting my body just really get back into the mix. That's how I keep my energy high, and that's why I look younger than most people my age. I think maybe some people don't agree with that statement. I do. But hey. Yeah, was it Cameron Islands? Camarine, sir. Cool, man. Anyway, let's take a look at the big picture here. Let's also take a look at the Forex Factory. I think some data came in this morning. They say Trump speaks today at 1 p.m. So Trump is not dead. People are trying to think he got Russ or Walter Reed. I even saw that. I posted to the group, but I was like, with a grain of salt. It turned out to be a bunch of shenanigans. President Trump speaks today at 1 p.m. It is a bank holiday, right? I thought... Why did I think the regular markets were closed today on Easter Sunday observe? Yeah, no, resumed to regular trading hours. Yeah, right, yeah. Exactly, it's not Easter Monday. Yeah. Some people have the day off, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so tomorrow, what data do we have coming at us tomorrow? No red folders, nothing. Core durable good orders month over month. ADP weekly unemployment change. So no really crazy red folder though. FOMC minutes, they just kind of go over what they talked about. Other people stream that. I don't. It's pointless. But on Thursday, April 9th, we have core PCE. Okay, final GDP quarter over quarter. That is going to move the markets. at 8:30. I'm telling you. And then we have an employment change, unemployment rate, core CPI, Friday at 8:30. So Thursday and Friday are our big data days here to get ready for the week ahead. Bitcoin getting a nice pump, 69.5 for BTC. And let's take a look on weeks here. Is there a live trade to be had? I don't like to live trade Mondays. It's not my cup of tea. We had a beautiful pump this weekend. I even gave this call last night that's actually still in without a, you didn't get hit there. It's actually still in the safety zone. The stop loss never got hit. It got close, but it never got hit. This trade's still in the money that I gave last night, and we gave you the beautiful call inside the group there with the 15 above the 200 moving average yesterday before the massive pump right there. And that's my sauce. You can say, no, you did it, Jim. You don't trade like that. That's not how you trade me. Everybody knows that I'm the 21-200 guy. Everyone knows that when you see this, you think of me. This will be written on my tombstone for, this will be written on my tombstone. Literally, I'm going to have someone draw this out. I'm going to put a 21, a 200, and a big pump. And I'm going to be sitting there just waving at you. So, yeah, you don't want to talk about my tombstone, right? I will live forever. But not in this realm. I will live forever, not in this realm, but I will live forever. You know what I mean? Everlasting life has been promised to me through Jesus. And I will take it. I will take it gladly. And I will stay loyal to God, man. God changed my life. And so, yeah. God's been there for me in my darkest hours. When my mother died on Thanksgiving, God was there for me when my dad passed away. And I sat there alone in the hospital room alone for 8 hours waiting for my other family members to get there, looking at his body. God was there for me. Traumatic experiences, but God was there for me every single time. Anyway, I'm looking for this flag to possibly, it's either going to make a right shoulder, collapse and dump on us, or it's going to get a nice tight channel and we're going to break out. I'm looking for the tight channel for the breakout on the 21-day moving average. See how the 21's coming into price action? This is what I live for. This is the sauce right here, the 21 above the 200. All right. That's just what it is, baby. I love it. So the moving averages will teach you such a story, show you such a path, and take you somewhere you've never thought possible. All right. Let me see here. Where are we? Where are you guys? Where is everybody over here? All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We're breaking the 1 minute heavily. Let's take a look at that 1 minute time frame. Yeah. I mean, there it is. There's the 1 minute cracking. But again, look, the lagging of the 200 moving of the 21. So this is a good sign. And we can get a pump here. But now I want to wait for the model, right? So we got a scalp model. Look, we got two trades cooking now. We got a possible scalp model for Bitcoin. Nice bounce off 69,170. So we want to see this stay above the 200. Catch the 21. If I get it, I will trade it, even if it is Monday. And then after we take that trade and hopefully win, we're going to watch the 1 hour and watch the 1 hour do the same thing. And then we want to see that go into, you know what I mean? Oil did look good to me at 110. Still looks like it could break out here. You're looking shoulder, head, right shoulder. It doesn't breach and it collapses, or it breaks out. You could even wait for a breakout and a retest. Right now, oil is still scheduled, set up to go kind of in a parabolic run here. But only, again, it's back to this, we're waiting on the news this week. Like, is there a ceasefire or not? And that's an easy way to play with the market. He can like even just play with a ceasefire and he can get oil to dump. He can literally control the money of the world right now. He can control, you have to give Trump credit in a way. I just came to this realization because, like, pain in the butt, whatever you want to call him. You could hate him, you could love him, you could be one of the biggest supporters, you could be confused, you could be like, I don't get it. There's mixed emotions coming from him right now. But let's look at the facts. When he says something, he controls the price of oil, man. And honestly, isn't that having like it's almost like monetary policy with the flick of a tweet? It's pretty crazy. And did he devise that over time? It's like, is that an accident? A lot of things aren't accidents that have true weight in this world. So, and that could make a nice dump to the downside. Rising wedge back to down. We're going to take a look at oil in the bigger time frames too as well. All right. I'm long Bitcoin. So I'm long Bitcoin right now. I've been heavily buying spot Bitcoin. I'm starting to feel like I did buy the absolute bottom. I'm open-minded. If we go down to 14K, we're going to talk about it right now. So every day on my channel, I do a live top-down analysis on Bitcoin. All right. And I show you just what's happening on the monthly and everything else. And we start on the bigger time frames and we go backwards. All right. Tell him to bring it down. I know, you give him too much credit. Dude is an idiot. See, that's what I'm saying. People say he's an idiot. The guy is controlling the price of oil. Like, if you were, no offense, if I thought you were an idiot, but you were controlling the price of everything in the world, and I really couldn't consider you an idiot. No matter how dumb I thought you were. Like, see how you're not extrapolating the data? You're taking face value. Look at what's actually happening. You can't take what you see in your brain and your emotions feed. You got to look at the results that are happening from what you're seeing. Right? And look, we got people all, this guy thinks he's an idiot. This guy thinks he's an awesome. Right? Doesn't sound like an idiot to me. See, we got a lot of people here that go back and forth. I'm sure there's haters and lovers of Trump right now on the stream. All right? It is what it is. He's most polarizing figure in history. I will tell you one thing. Don't take him seriously. I like what someone said. If oil reaches 200, then the world economy is screwed and it will create demand destruction. Therefore, oil is on its own worst enemy. Price goes up and demand slows. Exactly. Yeah, I like what you're saying. And it also, nothing can move in the world. If oil gets to $200 a barrel, like, you can't do anything. The cost of goods go up. Like, people can't make business. So the biggest people in the world with all the money would control it back down because it wouldn't make sense for them. They'd let it spike here or there for the most part on speculation, but on the bigger picture, they would manipulate the price. They can manipulate the price of silver. They can manipulate the price of gold. They can manipulate the price of Bitcoin here and there. Of course, they can manipulate the price of oil if it's hurting them too much. All right. Don't hate him or love him. Everything is neutral. Amen. Trump has given all these people chances to get out of their way. He's a politician. You can't count on a blind to you. Left and right. All the same, they work for donors, not for us. Yeah. Anyway, let's not make this the Trump show. I appreciate all your comments, though. They're awesome. Yep. With drone ships, they could open the strait within a week. Just keep running the ships through it. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at the monthly for Bitcoin. We were at the last leg. This was red until the last few hours of the month. And we eventually got out of this one by the skin of our teeth. We really did. And we ended up closing the month beautifully. Absolutely amazingly well here. So, yeah, there we go. I can take that little glare off. Yeah. Whoa. That's too much. We don't need to go over there. Hey. So, here's the thing. We closed the green candle of the month. We were praying for it, looking for it, like, please, like, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need 6 months of paying for Bitcoin. And we got the move, right? Boom. Spiked beautifully. And I'm just checking up on my guy here. It's looking interesting. They're starting to play with the idea that the 21 could touch right on the 200, which to me is pretty gold. Like, I've liked when they mesh, meaning they're like right next to each other. Tells me we could be getting a nice little short squeeze here. We're pretty close to the 200. I can put my stop loss below the 21 and the 200. That's rare. I can still get a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio too with such a nice angle here. Wow, this trade's actually setting up to be pretty nice. 70,044. Stop loss is going to be at 69,335. It is a false move money. Be careful, but I'm seeing a short squeeze possibly occurring here. Oh man, what happened? 69. Oh no. 69,335. I got to be faster than fast here. And it's only a 2-to-1 now that I got that. Got to raise the stop up a little bit. Dang, I just lost. Can you believe that? If I got in on this week, it's a 3-to-1. Now it's a 2-to-1. It changes my risk immediately. So people don't realize, man, traders are trading and they don't realize how a dollar is affecting the risk. Come back down, baby. Give me my 3-to-1. All right, see, now it's almost a 4-to-1 if I take the trade. See, the trade changes drastically. Now it's 269 for 778. You see? These movements, a wick on the 1 minute changes my entire risk. I don't think people realize how, how calculated you have to be when it comes to, if you want to be a master of it, you got to be calculated at your lev trade. You can't be just aping in because you feel something. That's what a lot of people are doing. That's why 90% of people are losing money doing this, because they just do whatever. They don't have a plan, system, or a goal. And this could be a double top too. See how that's kind of I really want to see the 21 cross the 200 before I decide to take the trade. Anyway, I'll get back to the top-down analysis. I'll keep this on the rocks. I'll keep this on the rocks over here. I got BOOKMAP running for you. Let me take BOOKMAP out and get that show it off. Cool thing about BOOKMAP is overnight we got huge shorts that opened up with giant liquidations at 74,000. This is what we need to get up. We need them to think these are fake moves so they can keep shorting. If they keep shorting, we can liquidate to higher levels. We cannot pump if we can't liquidate the shorts, right? So we need people, we need more people to be short. We need most people to short this market, and then we can ride it back to the upside and take the masses out. So we're looking, and that's why I love BOOKMAP. It kind of tells you what's happening before it happens a little bit. It's definitely an overseer of where we could be going. So what do I mean by that? Well, if everyone opens up a short, what are these? Anyway, what is BOOKMAP? A heat map order book. What is a heat map? It's very similar to wearing infrared goggles, where you can see someone's dark image, right? Because they're giving off heat. All right. I think this trade is going to rip, folks. It's looking like it's about to pump. I took a shot on it. I don't love it. I did take a shot here on the scalp. I looked right, and it looks like it's about to break out. 21 about to cross. Life or vision, right? Make our first $700 for the day. Trade's already in the green a little bit. It's a $100,000 trade. So it means I'm not playing around. $3,000 at 33x leverage. And don't do what I do here, please. I'm a trained professional. Please don't do anything you see on this show. All right? Sam Price is a trained professional. Don't do anything you see on this show. But seriously, and I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. All right? I just made $64 in a minute and a half, but that doesn't mean anything, okay? It's not over. We didn't close the trade yet. I could see how a pump was coming. I'd like this 21 to cross now and really follow through with price action. Could be a false move too. Easily just dump us. We'll see. I'm looking for the squeeze though. Come on, baby. Come on. Show me the money. Move my stop loss up a little bit. Can we get the pump? So far, so good for Bitcoin. Up $130 in the trade. 191. Wow, we coming back on a wick. Damn, they sold. Someone just sold that wick fast. And now we almost have a bear div there. You see? Oof. Wow, it's crazy. A little bit of bear div. And it's Monday, man. I forgot what I did to myself. I decided to trade Monday. I'm in for pain now. You trade Monday mornings. You like to, it's basically you're sadistic. Yeah. You like to be tortured. I'll tell you what, man. Monday is a torturous day. They fake it. They break it. They bring it. They ring it. It's predictably unpredictable. And it almost does the same thing every time. Like, where's the false move? The pump and the dump. But I'm just using my signal now. The 21 has crossed the 200. That, I backtested that for years. Notoriously is known for a continuation. Doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure, but I'd say 8 out of 10 times if you trade this cross, you're likely to get a better idea of a move, right? We'll see. Only time will tell. So heat map order book, back to this idea. So if there's a lot of red up here, it means a bunch of people went short, okay? They decided it was a good idea to short the market, and they put liquidation levels or stop losses at 74,000. So it tells me that we have the liquidity to go up. All right, then you see a lot of people that jumped into a late long, and they could get liquidated at 68.6. Might be the false move today that takes me out on my trade, right? So we'll see. And nothing is guaranteed in trading. Always be careful. Now I'm down 45, so it swung so fast. And if you're not able to handle these emotional twists and turns in the market, you're not going to be able to hang much longer. That's why you got to demo trade and begin to see how and be like, wow, this is how I would have felt if it was real money. It would have went up, down, down, up. Demo trading is going to let you get accustomed to the market moves. So then you can get accustomed to your emotions. So then when you slowly move into real life trading, your emotions aren't going to be so hard. It's like the first time you fall in love with a girl and maybe you have your first fight with your girlfriend. The first fight with a girl, we're fighting now, or whatever it is. It could be, after a man and you've been married for 30 years and you have a little tip with your wife, it's not that big of a deal, right? But, because why? Well, you understand your emotions so much more and the situation. Very similar to trading, right? Trading, you got to slowly get your emotions coaxed up to the behavior you're going to be feeling. They're going to move the price up and down. They're going to do all sorts of crazy stuff to you. All right? Like, look, the trade's now, it was up 130, down 40, back up 41. Like, and I'm not using much as a lot of people are doing way more. They're doing 10x. Their positions are $1 million. That's 10x more volatile than me right now. That means the position is going up 100, down 100. Like, seriously, it's like you're down 500, up 500. It's like, that's insane. I'm using $100,000. Those my regular positions. If I believe something's likely going to happen and I have a full, really good, strong feeling about it, I put 100 grand down. I put 3,000 down at 33x leverage. Here's the reason why. If Bitcoin goes up 1,000, I will make over $1,000. You see, I got into the trade at 69,567. Bitcoin's not even up $100, and I'm up over $100. You see. Because I'm, so if Bitcoin goes up $1,000 today to 70,005, I'm going to make over $1,200. You see? Something like that, depending on how it moves. So I'm just teaching you how I align my trades to make money off of Bitcoin. And I do this every day. I trade Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the same asset. I get used to it. I know it well. I watch it. You get accustomed to the same asset. You get better at trading, I believe, if you use the same asset every single day and I've been trading Bitcoin for years now. Massive pump for Bitcoin. Nice short squeeze to the upside here, and we're riding now. I think we're going to take the position here and move the stop loss to break even. If I can, I'm on my plus sign. What are you guys doing? Yeah, there we go. Move the stop loss to break even, and that's a beautiful scalp. I'm just going for a 1 minute scalp here. Not trying to be a hero. To make $250 in under 5 minutes, I think is a pretty good idea. I don't want to be greedy about it. A lot of times I do sell early. We may continue to pump after this. Can I get 300? Can I get 300? Oh, no, come on. Follow through on that wick. All right. 254, 263. Okay, candle close. Nice. Go, 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 go. Beat that wick. Beat that wick. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Hey, but that's a great scalp right there. If you can do this, if you did what I just did 4 times a week, okay? Position history. If you did this 4 times a week, okay? We made $209 in, we were in the trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. $200 in 7 minutes. I'm not trying to, be rude here, but I don't know many people that make $200 in 7 minutes. I don't. I really don't. I actually don't know anybody that does that. Now, do you continue to keep it? You can if you're consistent. All right. In this way, you could definitely make, you could potentially make $1,000 a day. Look, I've only started trading. It's 10:30. We have till 10 at night tonight. This is a 24/7 market. I might make my last trade at 11 o'clock tonight. I usually make a trade Monday night and I go to sleep on it. So now, look, we look for the model again. And now we look for this to kind of go. Again, I'm using the moving average to figure out how did I know price was going to pump like that? I didn't. I'm not 100%. But then how did you do that, Sam? How did you know that you could get in there on the 1 minute with a $100,000 trade that could have gone down in seconds? And how did you maintain your emotions? How did you stay calm? This is what you're going to learn if you watch me. All right? How did you know it was going to dump immediately? I didn't. But when I see a pump that hard and that fast, I know it's superficial. I know it's manipulative. I know it's Monday. Look at the false move. Now, everyone, you know how many people just got wrecked right now? They just wrecked so many people. 95% of traders just lost tons of money right now. I am the 5% that actually just made $200. See, people laugh at small wins, but they don't realize that a small win is bigger than 95% of the rest of the world. If I don't trade today and I go to sleep tonight up $200, I did better than 95% of traders because they lost their money today. They didn't make a dime. All right? Repeat that to yourself. You keep thinking when you only make $200 a week that you stink. You put yourself down. You say that's how, but you're doing better than 95% of everybody else, man. Remember that. Nasty move here on the 1 minute time frame. All right? Wasn't sustainable today. That should have been a massive rip, but it wasn't. All right? Did I get lucky? A lot of people say he just got lucky. The guy just got lucky. He could have been liquidated in seconds, and of course. But showing up every single day and doing the same thing every day creates consistency. And so luck doesn't exist to the working man that pushes himself every single day. It just, I know I'm going to make more money than 99% of the world in the next year. I'm sorry to say. Why? Because I'm going to work harder than 99% of the world for the next year. I'm also not going to be drinking alcohol that probably, I don't know, more than half the world is doing. I'm also not going to be on drugs and any drugs that are affecting my mind. I'm going to be centered with God and my family. And I'm telling you right now, you show up every single day. You focus on God and family. You get alcohol out of your life. I do not see how you're not going to have a wonderful life. There's going to be trials and tribulations. I'm sitting in an Achilles tendon boot right now. Okay? I'm still fighting to get my ability to walk perfectly back. I can walk a little bit now without crutches, but I went through 2 months of pain. It was nothing compared to the death of my mother. Nothing. My Achilles tendon was nothing compared to the death of my mother. I was happy the whole time. The death of my mother was the exercise for me to be grateful for everything in my life. That was my chance in life to turn away from God and say, how dare you kill my mom on Thanksgiving? Become blasphemous. Say I hate you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, I don't want to even say it I don't even want to say that in a hypothetical version. But it's easy to get angry with God, to get angry. You don't care about me. How could you kill my mom on Thanksgiving? I never did that. I was already working so close with God when my mom passed that I knew that it was a blessing that he took her with her family around her. You see? So when my mom passed, that was my exercise to turn every bad thing in my life into a positive. There is a positive. I remember one day I said, dear Lord, after a few months of pain, I was alone in a meadow. And I said, thank you, dear Lord, for taking my mother the way you did. And I was like, and as the words came out of my mouth, and I said, thank you for the death of my, I was appreciative for the most traumatic experience of my life. I knew I had matured to a higher level of frequency. I knew that I was gaining enlightenment. And I knew that my mom passed in that way to enlighten me. This was all a plan. She was the soul brought forth to bring me forth, right? Like she was gonna help me find my exact existence. Through my mother's passing, in a way, I was born again. I'm not gonna compare it to Jesus, but there's a similarity there because she passed, and I don't want to get too crazy, right? It's not, I don't want you to think like, but because she passed, she was able to pass an enlightenment to me that was able to build me up. I'm more compassionate to people around me now. I know now when someone's on Twitter and they lose their family member, how they feel, man. Before, I didn't know exactly how that felt to lose your mom. I never lost my mom. I care about others in such a bigger way than ever. My heart is bigger than it ever could be. And I'm not talking right now about the charts because you can see they're kind of flat. We already just took them for what we could. And again, had I been greedy and wanted more, I wouldn't have made any money on that trade. Right? Look what I see now. I see a deranged shoulder, head, and a right shoulder kind of. Could it make a descending triangle and jump to the downside, Almost looks like a diamond, right? Diamonds break down if they come in from the bottom. So if you were to see a diamond here, a diamond pattern, kind of has some diamond vibes there, and a diamond comes in and dumps out the bottom, right? So if it was a diamond, you would expect something like this. And then it dumps back down again, right? Doesn't mean I've seen diamonds reverse price. It's just rare. It's 32%. It's more likely to dump you to the downside. What is a diamond? The diamond in trading. Who here knows what the diamond is? I like to ask, who here doesn't know? Put a 444 if you've never heard of a diamond in trading. I just want to get a gist of who's here, what people know, and how I can help them. Put a 444 if you don't know what the diamond is in trading and you don't know how it reacts and how to use it. All right? But here, and all it takes is a quick Google search. Wow, look at this. A lot of people don't know what the diamond is and don't know how to trade it. Dude, I assume everyone's a lifer on this channel. Everyone knows what I know, and it's not true. Every day there's new people here. Every single day Google is clicked, and there's a new person finding me and saying, hell, here's just Sam Price guy. So the diamond, see how it is? You get this wick to the middle, usually come into some chop, you get this up and down price action, And if you come in from the top, you usually leave out the top. If you come in from the bottom, you usually leave out the bottom. All right, you'll see coming in some chop, and then you'll see a massive pump and dump in the middle. We call it a whipsaw. All right, you'll get a whipsaw in the center. This is a really good diamond example. This is a really good diamond example. This is a really good diamond example. This is a great diamond example. Okay. So understand these concepts. Like, look, it can be somewhat twisted. That's not the perfect version of it, but right there, that's a beautiful diamond right there to the downside. Traders can see these things before everybody else. We can see the diamond. Other people can't. We can take advantage of the diamond before they can. I also see a head and shoulder pattern. I showed you inside. And again, if it doesn't fulfill the right side, it's not really a diamond. But look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. You would draw a neckline somewhere here. You would say the measured move of the head and shoulder is to the downside. Okay? I'm going to show you something here that I give my students for class. All right? And class will come back. We will have class. I think we might make it by the end of April for class. Me and my wife are working hard to build up a new class. And every day we put in a few more hours and we get it done. And we're going to get it in. It's going to be awesome, so stay tuned for that. I know people love it. I'm so sorry that I haven't, I've been postponing it. Look, this is your cheat sheet, the lifer trading patterns. This is what I want you to understand and use on the double top, the head and shoulders, the rising wedge, the double bottom, the inverted head and shoulder, the falling wedge, right? The falling wedge breaks back to the price is pumping, wedge keeps pumping. Price pumps, goes sideways, keeps pumping. It's why it's called a continuation pattern. Whenever I'm trying to keep trading that day and the trend's up, I look and see that the daily's ripping. The daily looks good. It had a tweezer bottom. The daily starts to pump. Halfway through that daily green candle, I zoom into the 15 looking for continuation patterns because these patterns will continue price action. Today, I found a continuation pattern that went up. It did fake out, but it started the move. These 15 patterns, 6, 6, and 3 are going to change your life. There's variations like the cup and handle is a big cup that goes into a falling wedge. The diamond's not here, right? But not every pattern is going to be there, but you're going to figure this out over time. All right. I was looking at this boat. You don't have to be that rich to have a nice boat. I know this boat is only $299,000. All right. And what the cool thing about it is a 1999. All right. So it's an older boat. But if the idea behind this is, right, they redid, it's actually in good shape. It doesn't look old, right? Like if you were out there in Miami, I don't think anyone would call you out on it. And it's, the only thing is like this is a little old, like those handles. Maybe you could get those changed to something more modern. All the seat cushions have been upgraded. Brand new. It's got a beautiful bed in it. It's a pretty sweet boat for 55 foot. Anyway, let's get back to brass tacks. But I never knew you could get a boat like that for $299. Again, I mean, engine's 2 diesel. And Naughty Styles, man, they're the people that put this stuff out. They're awesome. Yeah, if you're going to buy a boat, go to Naughty Styles. Like, they do it right. Anyway, let's finish our top down. So what did we do already today? We already won a scalp for you live on the channel. I know it was fast and furious. We got in pretty quick, but it did come back down for a better entry, even for my first entry. We sold the exact top, basically, pretty close to it. They dumped it, and now we're kind of seeing if we're either in a bigger move here, something like going on like this that's going to turn into a tighter channel, or do we continue to dump here on this head and shoulder back to 68,800? Heat map order book does suggest we go to 68.5, 68.8. It's right there. It's the closest liquidity bar. It's the darkest red. It's the closest. Usually you go down to the darkest and the closest red area. I've seen it many more times than I have it here on the show. It's so let's get the likes up to the watchers, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. When we get the likes up, it shows engagement. It shows love. It shows appreciation. Use that gratitude, man. Show God that you have gratitude for everything you're doing. Hit that like button. Gratitude leads to abundance. If you hit the like button, there's a good chance today something better will happen to you because you gave to somebody else's cause. You cared about my family, my children, and my business. You hit the like button. It shows that you weren't selfish. It shows that you're willing to give your energy out to other people. And when you give your energy out, you get the energy back. A closed fist gets nothing. It's an old ancient Chinese proverb, but a closed fist, if you hold your money, if I go out to dinner and the bill's $100 and I give $10 tip, I'm doing this, man. Good odds that I go to my show that night and nobody tips me, nobody says a word. I tell you what, I go out to dinner, I give a $50 tip on the $100, and I open my hand, I let it leave. My hand is so open, that night I get a $500 super chat. It comes right back into the open hand. An open hand receives, a closed hand gets nothing. The more you give, the more you will receive. Givers gain. Don't you understand? I'm teaching you. The like button should be at 1,000 right now. There should be no reason we're at 360 on 1,000 people. If you're not hitting the like button, you're misaligned. You're watching something, but you're not behaving in the proper gratitude for it. I'm being honest. You could say I'm talking smack. I'm not. I'm giving you a universal law of the universe, whether you want to believe it or not. I use these laws to get rich. I used all these laws to become wealthy. I used all the laws of the universe. Work hard every single day. Don't stop. Manifest. Use your positive energy to create more positive energy. Use gratitude to attract abundance. Be grateful for every moment that you have. If you're grateful for what you have, you will receive more. Why would someone... Here's a great example. There's a woman at a daycare. She goes home and builds these beautiful toys with her bare hands, and she comes and brings them to the daycare. One kid says, "This is an ugly doll. This sucks," and throws it on the ground. Another boy says, "This is beautiful. I love this." Or a girl, whatever, I love this doll. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Who do you think she makes the next gift for? The next week? The kid that threw it in the ground? Or the kid that was grateful for it? The universe is the same way, man. It knows when you're grateful and it knows when you're ungrateful. And if you choose to stay ungrateful, you will not receive. Or you'll receive in a way that just doesn't fully benefit you. Once you fully say, "I am grateful for every moment here. I'm fully thankful." I was outside of the beach yesterday. I am so grateful for those moments. You're going to be rewarded for that gratitude through abundance. Anyway, let's get back to brass tacks here on the charts. But this is part of trading, because you could get really good at trading. I can teach you all this, but if you don't think you deserve or believe, you're going to fail and get liquidated. You're going to have the same knowledge as me. You're actually going to know the charts even better than me. You may be a better analyst than me, but you're not going to be able to trade better than me because you're not going to believe that you deserve it. You got to believe that you deserve, that you're worth it, that it's coming your way. And I'm telling you right now, it will. Look what happened to me, man. I shouldn't be here. I was at a night shift at 35, 34 years old. I was working from 7 to 3 in the morning. Most men in that stage I'd still be on the night shift at 45 years old. 10 years later, I should be on the night shift. But I'm not. Why? God had a plan for me. I found Jim Rohn, and Jim Rohn talked about God, not a lot, but enough inside of his motivation that I realized without God, I couldn't hit Jim Rohn's high motivational, I couldn't hit the peaks he was trying to bring me if I didn't bring faith into the table. He's not a preacher, but he does bring faith into a lot of his teachings. And once I got aligned, once I believed in God, I was able to really bring in Jim Rohn's teachings, and they resonated with me. And then I was able to and he takes thousands-year-old wealth creation knowledge, and he hammers it into you if you listen to him day in and day out. Nice little false move back to the upside here for Bitcoin. I don't jump in. I project yet another bull flag of some type here. I then plan the next trade. I don't trade price action. I trade models, which sounds confused, but I trade the model. And I'm making the trade before the trade. You see, I know my risk. I know exactly what I'm going to lose before I enter this trade. Everything is predefined. Nothing is a question. There's no emotions here because I'm already locking in all the parameters. Why do you get emotional? Let's research human psychology. Why do humans get emotion? Because they don't know what's going to happen. They create a bunch of different ideas. Those ideas spark anxiety. Anxiety sparks emotions. Then they get more crazy ideas with the emotions, and it creates a funnel. And you can create a whole world of pain that does not exist. You create a whole team that's going to form against you that doesn't exist. So emotions can be good, and they also can be bad. We have to learn how to use them properly in trading. So what I said is, why does someone get emotional? Because they end up not knowing what's going to happen. So anytime you take a trade and you don't check off the list, where do I like to make the money? Where would I get stopped out? Where will my idea be invalidated? This trade for me is invalidated when and how? If we break this trend line and we start hanging out here. If we come up and make a double top, this trade will likely be invalidated. If we come up, make a lower high, higher low, lower high, get tight, trade starts to make sense to me. I've watched price action for years, so I can understand how it works. Technically, I should make this trade right now because it's the 21 above the 200. It's technically the model right now, even though I like the model with the actual price action also consolidating. I'm greedy. I want it perfect. I'm greedy for my setups. That's one thing I am greedy for. I'm greedy for the best setups. Or let's say patient for the best setups. I'm going to wait for the best setup. And you should too. Don't be taking whatever. You should have a model, a plan, and only trade when the plan fits. If you're doing anything different, you're gambling. You're just gambling. And that's just facts of life, folks. So this is getting tighter. So now I know now that and then I can look at this, I can hold shift and go sideways here. All right, and it's going to give me a timeline. I know in 20 minutes, if we stay above the white line, the 21 and the 200, there's a good chance I get to move further to the upside. Did the NASDAQ hold the gain? It's looking tight, like it go either way here. I may lose this trade, I may win this trade. We don't know yet. Looks like it's going to pump or dump with Bitcoin. Again, if you want to trade on BTCC, where I'm trading Tech 100, which is the NASDAQ, you can jump on it today and win a Rolex. And that's not just like they're going to give away 3 to whoever lifers are in the mix, man. You don't have to hit a huge amount. You don't have to win every trade. You just have to trade. Make a couple trades a week here and there. End up with 9 to 10 trades on BTCC this month. And you're one of the lucky people that can win 3 Rolexes, man. So, an Air King 14,000. The Rolex date. Or the Rolex date, right? 2 Rolex dates, one with a black, one with a white face, and then the Air King, baby. And again, and think about it. You join my trading group, you use the link, and bang, you made a few trades and won a Rollie. I think that's pretty sweet that I went live every day, and BTCC appreciates that, and now they want to give back to the Lifer community. Simply register with Lifer 333 invitation code to jump on in and win a Rollie, baby. All right, and so I got this NASDAQ trade open. All right, we may make 1,000, and maybe we'll make $4,000 this week. You never know. I'm starting off at the beginning of the week, right? Bitcoin's looking better now, looking like it's starting to consolidate here. And think about how many people got wrecked because they don't know how to use the moving averages. If you're having a problem trading, you seem to keep losing. You seem to click, then you go out to dinner, you come home, you click, you click, you click. You can't stop clicking. Your emotions are running you. You kept telling yourself tomorrow's going to be different. You do the same thing over and over again. You need a mentor. You need education, or you should desire it. You don't need anything. God gave you everything, but I can provide an answer for this behavior. I really can. Jump on in today. Those are the beautiful prices. $270 for a quarter. Like, come on, man. $270 for 3 months with me. And I can't believe it. March, April, January, February, March, we finished the first quarter of the year. Like, I can't believe it. We already finished our first quarter of business for the year. Unreal. And, team, I'd like to do quarterly earnings from now on. I want to have a quarterly earnings call with everybody. I want to go over the numbers every single 3 months. But seriously, important, right? Let's get back to our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. It's just been fun trading here. We're seeing some opportunity. This is telling me I could make a long again right now, and I'm likely to win it. Let's take a look. It would take me the same target as before. And notice I didn't sell the target. I just sold when I was up. I tell my students this 90% of the time. I just sell when I'm up because I don't know what's going to happen to price. I know that a win is a win. Cool thing about this trade now is you then risk what you made for the next trade. So this trade could be like a 200 for 600 now. You see? Then we're on an $800 day. Then the next trade, I might go 600 for 18. If that loses, I still up $200 in the day. I didn't lose any capital. But if I win, it's a $2,000 day. And that's what I do. I just keep pushing the ante. And if it continues to pay the trader, I'm going to continue to take it. This also coincides with our bigger top-down analysis that we're doing. See, so we're not just going to stare at the small time frames. I'm going to get back to that top-down now. So the monthly. I told my my group this morning. Worst case scenario on the monthly is somehow we go on like a 5-month bear flag and this thing dumps. And we dump down to 43, 30, somewhere between 38 and 43,000. You know what I mean? And it could happen, folks. It also could, I feel like it's waiting on the right shoulder. I've seen slanted right shoulders before. That would be crazy because the measured move would be here. And that would take us somewhere down to like a $12,000 Bitcoin, which is like, I'm not saying that's guaranteed. I am saying, though, that I have a projection of a possible head and shoulder, and that would be the measured move. Is Bitcoin collapsing to 15K? I don't believe so. I'm buying more BTC at these levels. To me, it looks like we've bottomed. But that is I always give myself the worst case scenario so I don't drink my own Kool-Aid. And I want to see what I don't want to see, right? I want to see what I don't want to see. A lot of people want to see what they want, what they desire to see. That's not going to help you in trading. You should look at what you desire to see, and you should look at what you don't want to see. Yeah. So look, I mean, this is important, right? Let's take a look at the monthly. So now we're going to zoom in. So now we know the worst case scenario for the monthly. Here's the best case scenario for the monthly. We're breaking out. We're actually outside the trend. And this is the beginning of a massive breakout for Bitcoin. And that's Elliott wave, wave 1, wave 2. Look at wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Wave is the bigger wave, right? It's the extension wave. Wave 1. And it's usually the 618 of it, right? Like you get that extension. But wave 1, right? Wave 2, and that would give you the 618 extension of this, which would be, it's like that, right? Wave 3. $200,000 Bitcoin by June of 2029, right? I think it's going to take a lot longer than most people think. Anyway, and shout out to Andy over at Weeks, man. Andy, I want you to know I love you, man. And of all the people that work at all these exchanges, man, Andy, you've been so good to me. Such an amazing person. You've done so much. You didn't have to. Tears of joy and gratitude for you, Andy. I got to clip this and send this to you, but I think my team will, man. But Andy, man, I love you, bro. You're a good dude. You deserve all the great things that are happening to you. Stay healthy. Stay with us. Keep pushing, man. But you're an amazing man, and never forget that, Andy. So, yeah, that's our best case scenario. That's our worst case scenario. And I'll be watching for both every single day. All right? And I won't let you down. And if I see something, I'll say something. And I won't have a bias in one way or the other. I might pick an idea and be wrong. But I'm always going to give you both sides of the story, and then you can kind of figure out what you want to do. I'm going to give you both sides of the story, then I'm going to take a shot at one of them. Doesn't mean I'm right. So my channel is me giving you all the analysis I can and then take it a shot. We've been at 69.6 now for 3 minutes straight, just so you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes straight we've been sideways. That's a good sign that we're going sideways, folks. And that the 21's back above the 200 moving average. The moving averages are your key to success. They're going to be able to paint the picture for you that you don't understand because they're going to do it already. They're going to tell you the trend. Moving averages are going to explain what you don't already understand. They're going to do it effortlessly for you, too. And see, my projection is always changing. I don't know what price is going to be doing. I'm tweaking all the time. I'm always tweaking. But I'm always tweaking price action. I'm tweaking like Pepino. Hey, Pepino, man. Who knows Pepino? Oh my gosh, right? Guys get $18,000 a month. That's how much Steve said. He's like, if I can get you on the show forever, how much I got? He said 18 grand a month. So Pepino makes about 200 grand a year, hangs out with Steve, and probably gets like jewelry and other stuff all the time. Pepino's, I mean, he's an amazing character. Like, Steve hit gold when he found Pepino, man. Who here knows who I'm talking about? Who here has no idea who Pepino is? I'm an online personality, so I study all the other online personalities. I hope to get bigger than this one day. I've given so much to YouTube. I hope YouTube could bump me up a little bit. Get me 1 million subs, YouTube. I've been here every single day for 5 years with no day off, man. You think there's got to be some type of Guinness Book World Record, right? Shout out to my people, man. I got 1,300 beautiful souls here on the live. We pushing. Yeah. Yeah, we know Pepino. Legendary. Tweaking explains the near 2K episodes. I know, right? Go Johnny's Patino. You're funny, man. No, Pepino. You said Patino. You're funny, man. All right, it looks like another entry is presenting itself for me again here for Bitcoin. And it's getting close for me to take another scalp here. Wow, this is only 220 for 844 if I'm able to pull this puppy off. If everything goes correct, we should be bouncing off the 21 and this bottom trend line in the next minute or two. 3 to 4 minutes at tops. We should bounce right now off this white line. See, when we touch this is we're coming to the white line. Let me show you. We could preemptively bounce. We should be getting the wick here. How do I know what price action is going to look at it? It's doing what I said immediately. This should wick up and create a green candle, or wick down a little bit and then wick back up. But we should definitely get a bunch of bots to buy in here because that's what the bots do. And then we should get a bounce, get tight. At this point, I either make the aggressive entry or I wait a little bit and make a less aggressive entry. It could also just be get a dump on our face. And this is just like kind of some type of Adam and Eve here that doesn't play out. Stay open-minded. Stop telling yourself you know what's going to happen. Stay open-minded. All right? Here's something I posted on X that you know, it's interesting. You know what glint is, right? Does anyone here know what glint is? Exactly. In 1969, the Apollo 11 moon landing was broadcast live using special slow scan SST signal from a lunar camera. That raw high-quality footage was recorded onto magnetic telemetry tapes at ground stations, including Australia, and then sent to NASA's Goddard Flight Center. But here's where it gets wild. In the early 1980s, you know, they ran out of magnetic tapes and they needed them. So they needed them and for their Landsat program. So what do? They started erasing and reusing thousands of old tapes, including the 45 Apollo 11. So the biggest accomplishment of the human race ever. And we record over the tapes? Gone forever. This is a fact. You can Google this because I found out this today and I did a deep dive. Engineers later searched for years, starting around 2006. Nothing. The highest quality original moonwalk footage ever recorded no longer exists. Now, they sent the feed to the television station. But when, you know, when they made the movie and they needed the footage, he had to get it all from the TV. He couldn't take any of the real footage. You know? Why did we lose those tapes? Do you think that's strange? Right? How did the tape survive the alien radiation when they got first the film landing? Where were the shadows off? Same but different, right? Just maybe it never happened. It's interesting to get no engagement on this. 670? Anyway, maybe it was the timing. This one got 23,000 views. Crazy. There's that many satellites, but when you take a picture of the Earth, also the last picture of the Earth was a composite. The globe picture, it was a composite. The guy who created it has stated it was a composite. I'm letting you know. Well, it would be cool if they showed us how they got this image. If they went through a documentary process and they showed us how they got this image. That would be a lot cooler for us. Teach us how they got this image. Because I know they didn't just take a picture out the thing. Like it had. So I would like to know how NASA actually makes this image in entirety. And maybe make a documentary about it. Go on 60 Minutes and let us know. Right? It's just interesting to me. I'm not saying, I don't know. I just question everything because you never know. Look at that, man. Remember Mike, the situation? One of these crazy kids we grew up watching on TV now. Unbelievable. But you wonder, you know, You wonder, right? Weird. I tell you what, it's always something. So let's take a look at the 2-week chart here. Bitcoin, I like what we're seeing here. Look, I'm going to take the trade now. I'm going to take the trade on a red move down. That would be kind of nice. I'm going to take the trade on that red candle there. I'd like to see a wick right before I get it, though. It's the only other show where I'm going to switch between live trading and Moonland Conspiracy Theory in one breath. You're never going to see this stuff, man. And I'm going to keep you moving. I'm keeping your mind active. I'm making you question things. I'm making you wonder. I'm making you think, hey, maybe the formation of reality that I've created could be tweaked. Maybe I'm ready to change the way I think. You know, I had to change the way I think to get into crypto, right? I thought the dollar was real. I didn't know it was a Ponzi scheme that we lived in. So I'm going to open up another long here, folks. I like it. It's the model. I'm on the 21 above the 200 inside consolidation. And now I can risk what I already lost. It is false move Monday. The second I did that, they started to dump it. So I usually wait for the green candle like that to kind of give me some light. And everybody, I'm renting one of my first homes with my sisters. Could you please send a prayer that we get a beautiful renter? Looks like I got a really good couple. I'm really happy about it, but I want to make sure it goes well. So if you could send good projections, we're going to get this thing rented in the next 2 weeks. Yeah. Dude, rental properties, man. What a beautiful thing, right? What a beautiful thing. He goes, this world is doomed. The fact that y'all think it was fake. Nobody thinks it's fake. That's what you don't understand, man. We're just asking a few questions along the way. We're not telling you what's happening. Just like trading, you don't tell yourself if it was real or not. Like trading is the moon landing. It was real for sure. Unless I was on the moon for sure. You really think we walked on the moon, man? You attracted a bunch of rock stars here. I'm sure you're attracting good tenants. Plague Dolls, you're amazing. God bless you. I agree with you. She's a lawyer. Looks like she makes pretty dang good money, man. So we'll see. I like this pump to the upside here for Bitcoin. Up 30. Here we go again, baby. Can Sammy do it again? Can he go 2 for 2, baby? I think we can. I mean, there's the beautiful model, man. I've been working this thing for years. I've backtested the sauce. I give away my sauce for free. I can't believe how nice I am. Send this guy a wreath. He talks about himself more than himself. If himself was the topic, he would read the book every day. I've never met a guy who loves himself more than the lifer. This guy's out of his mind. If you don't love yourself, you have incapacity to love others. The first person you need to begin to love is yourself. Amen, dude. If you can't laugh at yourself, you can't, you got to be willing to laugh at yourself. You can't take yourself seriously every 5 seconds. Thank God I don't, because people say a lot of crazy things to me, and I just say, oh well. There's the pump, baby. And how do I know? How did I know to get... Most people would say this was treachery. I navigated it as if I had a radar, right? Look, I was barely in drawdown the whole time. I love me and I love you, Sammy. Hey, there we go with the Pumpolowski to the upside. Now I could take that trade and be up $300 in the day. Again, I've only been in this trade for 2 minutes. $100 a minute there, $50 a minute. I can't watch. Let's see what happens here. Let's get back. I still haven't done my top down. Taking me so long today. 2-week chart is sitting on beautiful support. It's been 6 weeks since we even considered going below 65.5 or 66,000, right? The wicks have kind of, but we've been above 65,000 now for 2, 4, 6, 8 weeks. We've closed the candle above it. The last time we closed the candle below it was October 7th of 2024. It's been a long time. Damn, man, they pumped, they did the little fake out there. That's weird to me. That should be continuation. Now I'm like, I don't even need to risk that much. I can put my stop loss to the 200, because if we lose the 200, it's a wrap. If we lose this trend line, so what will invalidate my trade? If this trend line breaks and we start doing this and we hang out somewhere over here, to me, the trade's invalidated. You've lost this beautiful trend that you've created. Once you lose a trend, and that's the same on the weekly, same on the daily, the rules that you place on the bigger time frames, you must also place on the smaller. You can't play that rule on one time frame and then not play the rule on the smaller time frame. That's not how it works. You got to play it the same way every single time. Now, what's bullish? If we break above this and really close above this ledge, we were above it. We didn't close above it. We need to close above this diagonal trend. Still holding 50 bucks in the trade. We'll see where this goes. People say don't believe the government because they lie, then believe them because they want the lie to be true. I don't know what's going on. I could see it pumping for the fake out and another bear div of the 15. I'm not telling you I know the truth, and I'm not telling you what's happening. All I'm telling you is to question everything all the time. You know? Don't take things at face value. Question everything. I took the dollar at face value growing up. They told me it was amazing. Save your money. Save your money, you know? They told me to save. They told me to save my dollars. They didn't tell me they were printing them to zero behind my back and that it was a Ponzi scheme and that if I didn't get out of the dollar, I was going to lose value no matter what. They didn't tell me I was going to work for 10 years and they were going to print my money to zero. I had to find that out on my own by changing my thought process, by questioning what my parents, teachers, and family and everyone else and the news and even just like regular the internet told me. I had a deep dive and found my way. And then I found Bitcoin, gold, and silver. And I got wealthier than everybody else around me that didn't want to learn. Everyone else that just stayed blind and kept the dollar going. So when it comes to space, I'm going to question it, man. Just like I question the dollar. And I'm not going to be ridiculed for my inquisitive brain. You see what I'm saying? And I may look stupid sometimes trying to find the truth. I may stumble over on my own feet. But I'm always pushing and I'm always learning. You see what I'm saying? And that's the key. The key is to never, ever do. So again, I didn't take it at face value. I didn't, when COVID first came, I knew about it before a lot of people. I didn't take what they were telling me at face value. I did my own research. I came to my own determinations. I decided that it was too risky to take that thing. And I knew, and again, look what happened. I'm very lucky that I didn't take it. I now have no worries about if I could have a heart palpitation. If I took that thing, I'd be wondering, you know, is there anything affecting me right now? But I didn't take it, so I don't have to go to sleep thinking that. I can sleep with a pure head, a pure mind. You know what I mean? And so, again, I went against the general population. I went with scientists, whatever, all the people that have studied more than me. They regurgitated Rockefeller medical books, man. That's it. You know, I'm not saying I didn't go and get my Achilles taken care of. I did. It's not like I won't go to the doctors. But I'll take what I learn with a grain of salt. And I'll go it step by step. Look, this looks like we could get a nice breakout here for Bitcoin. I like what I'm seeing. All right. Can't wait for the AI videos of the moon. I know, right? The Titanic was brought down on purpose. There was a book written about it before it happened called The Titan, dude. People don't even know this. They made a sister ship called the Olympic. Dude, a guy wrote a book called The Wreck of the Titan in 1898 by Morgan. It's the exact same story, guys. It's the exact same story. It's a giant ship that everyone said could never be taken down. It hits an iceberg. Dude. Are you like similar to the Titanic? Although the novel was written before the Titanic was even conceived. There are uncanny similarities between the fictional and the real life story. I mean, come on. Like if you don't understand that you've been getting lied to your entire life, I don't know what to tell you, man. But the more you keep digging, the more you're going to find, and you're just not going to believe it, what you find. You're not going to believe it. And you say, okay, coincidence. Complete coincidence. Ships hit icebergs all the time. It was a big ship. The ship was the exact same ship. The name was 90% the same. It's the same as the movie Snake Eyes. You know the movie Snake Eyes, right? I'm getting into this one time, and I'm probably not going to go there again. But in the movie Snake Eyes, a man named Charles Kirkland is shot in the neck. You know, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay? He's shot by a man. He's a boxer. He's actually at an event. The event he's at, is against two boxers. One of the boxers is called Tyler the Executioner. He's shot on the same day in the movie as he was in real life. This is true. It's September 10th in the movie. It's September. Like, are you kidding me? Look, following the social media users perceived parallels between the real life of Kirk and the fictional character of Charlie Kirk. Comparisons went viral, alleging the premeditated programming. How the heck could this have been? And again, you could, all right. The fictional took place on September 19th. So they did, it's September 19th. Okay, they changed it by 9 days. Anyway, who cares? And you could say whatever, that means nothing. Those are parallels that you could draw that mean nothing. They don't do anything for you. That's fine. For you, for other people, it could spark an atomic connection that they use in another set of revelations later on in their life. You have no idea how people are fully conceiving the reality besides the way you're conceiving reality, right? Change the way you think. So let's take a look at the 2-week chart. The 2-week chart looks like it could break all the way out to 144. It is holding strong support. But let me take a look at one thing that, what we have to do, though, is we have to break above 73,130. Okay, our live trade is struggling down $1, $13 now. Now we're just getting more sideways price action. Let me remove my wiggles here. See, now it's starting to negate the trades. This isn't supposed to happen. You're supposed to bounce here, get tight, and break out. You're not supposed to start playing with this trend line. Makes me want to almost cut it off for And now I'm risking less than I even had in the trade, which is awesome. Now I'm only risking $120, so I'd be still up if I do lose the trade. We'll see. We got a nice wick action there off the bottom trend, which we needed to have. That's how it had to happen. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 13 beautiful souls here on the live. Jumping on and hit that like button. The like button expresses that we're moving at the speed of light here on the show. And we want more people to jump on the ship and fly with us to Andromeda. So jump on in today. Here's the deal. You want to get into flat Earth? I was into UFOs for years and MUFON. And I got into Zeta Reticuli, Andromeda. And so for me, it's hard for me to believe flat Earth because I already studied all these space, and I started believing people were getting abducted and there was aliens. And maybe that's wrong, but, that was years ago in my 20s and stuff. But my belief was that there were multiple other, beings around these different universes, and we're in an expanding universe. And then there's people saying, no, there's a firmament, there's a dome above us, we can't leave the dome. I'll bring 5% of that into my mind. I'm open-minded. But I was a UFO researcher for 15 years, folks. Every day I spent time on it. Aliens, UFOs. I don't do it much anymore. I'm in the charts all the time. But that changed my perspective a lot. And so, doesn't mean I make fun of anyone who's a flat. I don't make fun of someone who's a flat earther. I don't do that. Right? I don't make fun of people that have a different perspective than me. I've learned that, the ice wall. Space is not up there, it's over there. Outer space outside of the ice wall, right? There's a concept there. The ice wall would have melted by now. The aliens would make fun of them. You're funny. If the Earth's flat, then the moon is flat, and Mars. I think it's funny that the astronauts are going around the moon, but not going to the moon. It's like going to the store and only... I think it's strange. Here's one thing I'll tell you. And some people will say, there's a viable argument for all of these things. And I'm going to get back strictly to the trade. But the human race, there was Mount Everest. We climbed, one guy decided to climb, a few people died, one guy finally got to the top. Once he got to the top, another guy went. Then another guy went. Then they started base stations. And now you can do it, and they actually have a track. And so any impossible feat that man has done over time, whether it becomes, going into the jungles. First, look, Lewis and Clark first went across the Mississippi into the unknown. Now the entire United States, we've kept it, but we understand it. We have maps around it. So we go to the moon in 1972, right? Last time we went. And then we just decide my smart friends would say, oh yeah, we used our tech, we figured it out, and we realized there's no use to go there anymore. We don't need to go there anymore, so we don't need to go back. But you know what? Like, we could even just charge billionaires and millionaires. They would pay a bunch of money to go there. And then we could use that money for more space exploration. I don't know. I think it's a bit odd that we never went back ever again. I think that's strange. I've never seen the human race do something and not continue to do it. So that to me is a red flag. Like, I don't have to go into science. I don't have to me, that is a red flag. Like, it's a red herring. It's like, I've never seen the human race. Like, we scuba dive down into a cave. Then another guy goes down. The most scary, craziest places ever. We keep going. We've been doing it that's just kind of what we do. So for the first time in history, the human race's curiosity and our ability to continue to progress in an experimental, adventurous manner just got cut off completely. I find that a bit odd. Right? We only know what we've been told. I have enough evidence to believe in science, but never know. Yeah. Is education illegal? The U.S. Earth, the Earth is round, bro. See that? It's odd that we stepped to the moon 60 years ago, but aren't doing so now. Yeah, my really smart friend, I would tell him this, and he would tell me, like some of the people that I have a high IQ that are well studied, he would say, we don't need to go there anymore. We did it already. Like, there's nothing, we don't need to waste money to do that. Then why go around it anyway, too? All right? The moon mission, $43K per minute. I bet it costs more than that. I bet that's cheap, dude. Yeah. Exactly. Interesting. What a weird dude, huh? The strangest people out here in the world. So when we look at the 2-week chart, he said, who told you to talk like I just talk the way I want to talk, man. I didn't go to talk school, bro. You know what I mean? Electric universe theory, anyone? Is Earth round? If jab saves life, you're fine. At some point, you have to believe something. We need to go to build power. Operation High Jump. I'm under the impression that my system and belief is like this. I was placed in Vietnam. And you're like, what do you mean? I'm making a metaphor. I'm placed in Vietnam. And they say survive. And I know I could get hit with a mine. I might get come up from behind. Someone might shoot me. And I'm never going to tell myself how I'm going to die. I'm going to be so open-minded about all the possibilities that I'm going to survive. That's what I'm doing now. Like someone said, you have to believe in something. It's like, I can believe 90% of something and keep 10% open. See, that's what a lot of people can't do. That's why they can't trade. Because they have to believe the trade has to go one way. That's why most people have problems trading, because it has to be one way for them. Everything has to be one way to them. They're not able to see the differences in betweens, right? Sam is talking world class on the interweb. Thank you. NASA, never a straight answer. I mean, they already knew there was controversy. Anyone could Google the world right now, and we know there's a flat earth and a round earth. We know that's all over the internet now. And then they go on April 1st. Like, why didn't they just change it to April 3rd or 2nd? They knew that was going to, someone knew that was going to cause feud. So me, that already makes it weird to me. Like, and you're like, oh, that was just a date picked. It happened like that. Coincidence, no big deal. But like, to me, everything is thought about, man. And well, you know, because I'm a movie maker. I got into the films. And when you're a filmmaker, you only have 2 hours to give people, or 1 hour and a half. And you select every shot in editing. And even if there's a shot of like a cup in someone's hand, that could mean something. Like he could be drinking a coffee and then the coffee shop got robbed for a certain type. And you're like, well, that's the type he drank in that shot. You know, it's just such a quick example, but you know what I'm saying, right? Anyway, it's taken me too long to get through the top down. Yeah. You can go to the beach and see ships on the horizon while I live in denial. You're funny. So look, double bottom, we could rip to the upside. Interesting. Let's go to the 3-day chart. Three-day chart has this interesting trend that it's following here. And this interesting trend that it's following here. If anything, it could end up being a bear flag that just still needs to get to the top of the range. I like this move for the 3-day chart. That's going to close bullish engulfing tonight on Monday night. That's a bullish close, guys, if you didn't know. And again, it's a breakout of the cup and handle falling wedge that we had going. That closes, that's a closed breakout. Tonight at 8 p.m., that closes. That is a bullish close. Okay. The daily, boom to the upside. The next daily candle is taking this confirmation candle. Look, 3 white soldiers. 1, 2, 3. This closes green. You have a reversal pattern. Do you see the inverted head and shoulder, or is it just me? I see it. Do you see the cup and handle, or is it just me? Do you see the cup and handle here, or is it just me? I gave you the fractal from 2022, the one that I just showed you on X here that went crazy the other day, right? But I gave you this fractal, and this fractal has people bugging. 20,000 views, 49 comments. It got people really shifted because a lot of people, we're going down for sure. I don't know what's going to happen. But there's a lot of people that are telling you they know for sure what's going to happen. I'm telling you, man, when you know for sure, you're likely going to get wrecked. So I see some bullishness here for Bitcoin. I see a low, I see a higher low. I then see a higher high. So we had a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. I expect a higher low, and then I expect us to break this higher high. Then I expect a higher low, and I expect us to break this higher high. And if we break 75,000, as I told you, then the daily is going to move up to the 200 moving average. And then we're going to challenge 82. If the daily passes through the 200 moving average, that's going to be the beginning of the next bull run. Just like the end of the bull run was when we lost the daily 200. I told you we were in a bear market right here. Once you're a month below the daily, right around here, definitely a bear market. A prolonged period below the daily 200 is a bear market to me. Whether 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, or 4, it doesn't matter. That's what it is. How you defeat the bear market, you slowly, and what will happen is you'll get above the 4-hour 200 moving average first. We tried it a couple times here. It was not sustainable. We have to sustainably get above the 4-hour 200, and then we have to use it as support. Our trade is going well now, or it was for a second. I get stopped out. I was about to say, I'm not in the trade anymore because I was like, I should see a movement here. Yeah. I may have pulled off another win here, folks. So far, we're now in a beautiful ascending triangle. All right. We're in an ascending triangle that could go either way. 69,666, right? Chris, you are the best people up because they have different beliefs than yourself. No, come on. Everybody, you have to stay focused, you know. The bottom is not until the summer. See this guy? He's telling you when the summer is for sure. Maybe you're right, dude. But the difference between me and you is I'm not saying what's guaranteed to happen. And I bought a boatload of Bitcoin when the fear was at 5. Yeah. Sam, how did you know it was the top when you sold Bitcoin? I don't sell Bitcoin. Yeah. To me, that's the worst thing you could ever do. I buy the bottoms and I hold. Yeah. He said, yeah, there are bold traders and old traders. There are no old, bold traders. Yeah, once you're an old trader, you take it one step at a time. I've been here too long, folks. And not many people have traded as long as me. So I'm in an elite class. I have to be honest of how long I've traded. Most people don't make it this far, or if they make it this far, they're a lot older than me. So to be 43 and have 20 years of trading experience in multiple markets, from the Toronto Stock Exchange to the New York Stock Exchange to crypto to Bitcoin to the NASDAQ to gold to silver to oil. Yeah. So this channel's unique. You're not going to get this type of TA anywhere else. You're just not. And again, that's probably the same for any analyst, but mine really encompasses the macro market. And look how long I've been staying so patient in this trade. It should play out for me now. I mean, and now it's looking very nice. If anything, I almost should double down here. Take a look at that nasty NAS. Still holding me down, or are we in the red? Oh, only up $1 now. It's like the NASDAQ is struggling here. Sometimes I cut off trades when they struggle. Like, don't do what I want, cut them off. And I'm trading live here on Weeks. If you want to jump on Weeks, we have a awesome link right there. You can click on that and jump on into Weeks, BTCC and MEXC. Okay. And remember, if you use the code LIFER333 when you jump into BTCC, we're giving away 3 Rolexes to anyone who signs up to the link. So jump on in today. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Oil is crazy one right now. $30 to $40 spreads lower going out to August. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, too much ego sometimes, 100%. Maybe that's one of my weaknesses. I'm not perfect. Why are you judging me? You see what I'm saying? It's like, and you get to judge me because I have to talk for 2 hours a day. I don't get to judge you at all because you don't say a word to the public. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of like, You know how many people say that stuff, man? And maybe I do talk about myself a lot. Who cares, man? I give you so much information. I gave you 2 live trades today. Like, what else do you want from me? I gave you my sauce. I don't know what else you want. Like, you know? I don't know. I don't shy away from criticism. I love it. Just say whatever you want, man. I don't like, you know. You got no ego. Plus, when you're on top, you can brag. Thank you very much for saying that. There's no bye, Felicia, in ego. You're funny. What if I don't trade futures? Can I still take advantage of the BTCC promo? No. You would have to trade a futures, but you can move it to 1x, and that's like trading spot, right? Yeah. You can trade futures at 1x leverage, right? You could drag this to 1x leverage, and I mean, that's trading spot. At least you talk to the public instead of talking at the public. Amen. Bro, you prayed for my father. I'll always rock with you, Sam. Always appreciate you. God bless you, man. Thank you. Pay no attention, Sammy. Thank you, Cherry City Bullies. You either do things or you don't do things. Amen. When it's true, it's not bragging. Shout out to Rave Song Records. I love you, man. Let the man live his life and let the people who enjoy it. Amen, man. Thank you. We're happy lifers, man. You don't have to be here. We like it. Yeah, we like the community we created. We like the vibration we started here. We got no problems with it. We spread light, love, and positivity through the world, baby. We are the lifers. Let's go! Nobody's better than the lifers, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Some water, man. Jeez Louise. The only man who washes himself after he drinks water. So polite, so put together. I know, right? You don't have to be here, right? It's like, Sam, once again, thank you so much for all the information and the knowledge. I really appreciate it. God bless you, man. Thank you. Sammy the GOAT. See, that misery loves company. Amen. Confidence is negative to some people, 100%. Because they don't have it, so it makes them feel uncomfortable. They see a really confident man, an insecure man feels really uncomfortable. Yeah. You the boss, Sam. Sam, I sent you a hype song about the lifers, and it's in your email. My wife should get it up for me. What's the beginning of the email? Just the first 3 letters. Let's see here. I heard one that was amazing. Your words have improved my entry points to no end in the short while I've been listening to you. The M was the revelation. So much appreciated. Thank you, man. God bless you. Mods need to do mods, I guess. I know, right? Love you, Sam. Have a great one. Stas, I love you too, man. God bless you, brother. Yeah, now look, it's being invalidated. My trade is being invalidated right now. It's losing this trend line. Like, you can tweak it a little bit. It's kind of still in it, technically. And look how long I've been in the trade. I've been in the trade 30, 40 minutes, an hour almost, right? And it's only up 40 bucks. People get impatient, they close the trade. It's like, stick to your trade till you hit the gate, till you hit the goal. Put your risk and reward. And again, don't do anything I do on this channel. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just a live trader giving, this is a reality TV show of my life. Is this true? Apollo 11, the first flag was placed by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on July 20th, 1969. I guess so. He says, I've been here for a couple years. I learned how to trade because of you. Amen. You and thousands of people around the world, my man. I must admit, I'm getting scary good at fighting the bottom now. Just saying. I love it, man. Send me an email. Give me some insight of what you're doing. I love it. How long can you stay in a trade? Forever, man. I could stay in a trade for years. Trump speaks in an hour and a half. Yep. New to your channel, and I'm already loving it. God bless Golden Liquidations. We love you too, man. You're awesome, bro. And this is the positive energy. I'm looking for people like you. Watch this. How many people believe they can make $100 million in this lifetime? I know I can. I know I can. I know you can. I know we could. I know all of us can. Looking for this trade to bust to the upside now. We're watching it very, very closely here on the channel. And I'm going to post this to the trading group to people that aren't able to watch, right? They might be at work right now. And I get it. I used to be more receptive to that. Let me keep doing that. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm working the live inside the Discord. I'm working the live out here, right? Some people aren't able to get to the stream in time, but they still have the Discord. They want to get that notification that I'm long. That's a beautiful trade right now. It looks perfect. If it doesn't go well, so be it, but I'll take that 100% of the time. And look at all these beautiful people that believe in themselves. They all believe they can get to 100 mil. Everybody here. Zab Life believes he can. C-Torp believes he can. Andrea Mateo believes they can. These people believe they can. Aaron says he can. You can, you will, you are the best. I most definitely can. Vegas Claw. I want to make 30 million. You will, man. You desire. The word desire. I desire $30 million. I desire. I get rid of the word want because want creates lack. I learned my language was forced to me on spells. People wanted me to talk in a certain way to create scarcity. So they gave me words to use that everyone else was using. When I stopped using the words everyone else was using in certain contexts, I actually created abundance for myself because my words were connected to my thoughts. So when I say I want, I change it to desire because my desire is real. My want is fleeting. I desire something, it will happen. So you ask something for something. You say, I desire to go. Could you please book it for me? Don't say I want to go. If you say I want to go, then I go, oh, that's nice to want, but no. But if you say I desire, they're gonna be like, dang, man, this guy really desires this. I probably should meet him at his request, right? I can't tell you how many times I put the word want in an email, didn't get the right response. I changed the word to desire, got the right response. And I know you think I'm crazy, and that's okay. That's completely okay. All right. Wow, look at this tightness. Let's finish the top down. I'm lagging here. So the 4-hour time frame. Yesterday we got the pump, kind of inverted head and shoulder on the daily. Things are looking good. We just want the daily to close green today. I tell you what, too, when the 4-hour gets above the 200, there can be a massive run. We are a little far for the 21, but we could pump. Pull the 21 with us. Now you go to the 2-hour. 2 hours above the 200 with the 21 coming. Bullish sign for me. And we go to the 1 hour. To me, I'm looking for the 1 hour to do this today. I'm looking for the 1 hour to stay above supportive resistance that it made right here. Previous resistance became support as we bounce back off of it at 69.2. I would love a 6-hour sideways consolidation here. My trade doesn't go anywhere on the 1 minute, but we get this consolidation. All right. You hold shift and you're going to see like I did before, like about 11 hours, 6 to 11 hours, somewhere in here. And then tonight, as this price action comes into play and we touch, boom. I'm taking my kids to the movies today. My daughter is off again for she's off the whole week. I think she has spring break now this week. Her school, they're off this entire week. That's just how it is. And it's funny, school's over for her because she's off this week. She goes back and they end in like May 20th. They got 4 weeks left of school, man. We finish school so early here in Florida because we start in August. We start school in August, which is tough. It's tough, but by October 16th, we're 2 months in already, right? Interesting. All right. And my wife is taking all those beautiful people that won the giveaway. She's taking care of all you people. She'll pay you in PayPal. She'll pay you however you want. Maybe we gave $400 on Friday, I think it was, to amazing people. I just felt like it was time to give. Yeah. Florida's amazing. Oh, it's so amazing. What do you think of Thailand or the Philippines? My friends have been there. I haven't been there. I know a lot about the Philippines, and my sister lived in the Philippines, and my number one assistant is in the Philippines. My buddy Sean lives in the Philippines. But I've never been to Thailand. My buddy goes there every year for 2 months. Another buddy goes to Koh Tao, the island of Koh Tao. And yeah. So look, this is oversold. I like what I'm seeing here on the 1 hour, folks. It might even just go out of control here. Another idea is that you were in a rising wedge. You broke out, they faked it down, and now they're going to take it out. And they're going to rip this thing all the way up to 71.5. I see a fat liquidation up there, boy. They're going to go to those. They're going to take out 70. I believe in the next 5 to 7 days, they're going to take red out up there. I've seen it happen many times. We're the highest we've been all show, baby. 69.8, folks. Our trade must be in the green. Looks like it could be breaking out. We're up $121 again. So now you've seen me make more money on the day. And you can see me, I'm not taking huge risks. I don't have 5 trades open at once. I'm not going in and out to no. Very calculated and easy to follow. I want my trades to be easy to follow. All right? I don't want them to be all over the place and have you trying to figure out what the heck I did in 5 seconds. No. I want you to understand, Sam, use the 21, the 200, structure, time frames, good risk management. This is the key. All right? Again, am I going to win every trade? No, I could probably lose it. I don't know what's going to happen at any given moment in time. I'm just taking it one step at a time, one day at a time. I could even almost move this trade to break even. Like right there, look, I moved to break even. I'm right next to price action, but we have this wick, we have the 21, we have this trend line. And now I can't even lose the trade. I can't even lose. I can only win this one. Now, the only thing is, what if it dipped and then goes on a massive rip and you wish you didn't have the stop down there? I get it. If I see us struggle with this top trend line and start to break down, maybe I'll move it back. It was only 120, right? So, but I'm just kind of showing you things that you can think about. There's pivot points in your trades. The more you pivot, the more you understand when and how to do that. You're not going to know when to pivot if you don't pivot at all, right? It's just like basketball. You learn how to pivot over time. So this is where I stand. We're either in a rising wedge that broke out, fake back inside, is going to continue to pump. All right? Or I believe we're making some type of bull flag here that's going to pull the 21 into price and pump us later on today after 6, 7 p.m. tonight. One of my favorite times to trade is Monday. Yeah. Just put 30K on Tesla. God bless you, man. I hope it rips. I like Tesla, and I have a setup for it in the group. Looks like it's going to move. Sam, you got the energy today, brother. Thank you so much, man. You know, I've been deep diving and really changing my life over. I also feel the best I've ever felt since I got my foot hurt. Everyone knows right now I'm in a boot. I'm in an Achilles heel right now. Look, some people are going to go, what the? I'm injured in an Achilles boot right now. And I have to learn how to walk again in the next few months. Like, I have a lot of work to do for me to be able to walk again. You know? Look at that. Nice pump. Come on, Bitcoin. And now it's looking like we're going to rip. Now I look at the 5 minute. I want to see where the 5 minute 200 is. The 5 minute is in the model. The 5 minute is expressing the model. It's above the 200 on the 21. When both the 5 minute and the 1 minute have the model, there's like a 90% chance I win my trade. So it's looking really good that I'm going to get my scalp going, but you never know. I could lose in 2 seconds. But it's looking okay. And I'm trading Mondays. I don't like Mondays too much, but I'm taking my model. I'm not letting the time take me out of the format, right? Just like me, always ready to skill. Good for you, Sam. Always ready to steer funny. And huge lizards are lumping Park 2. Are in Lumpin Park 2. Lumpin Park. 40 bat buffet is delicious. 150. Where is Lumpin Park? Might hop in that Tesla, boys. Spaceball. Let me show you my Tesla chart here for a second. If I may entertain you with some good entertainment, right? This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I like the weekly if I'm going to buy something big time. I like that we've been dumping for weeks now. We're very oversold in the weekly. RSI in a very buy point. The last buy point, same area. Similar time, similar lows. Maybe we go lower a little bit, but I like this area to begin a DCA. And honestly, like just buying all in this area here and then letting it sail to $900, I think is the goal. They're going to have robo-taxis. They're going to be the future. I don't see how Tesla doesn't continue to go up. Lumpen Park is in Bangkok. Interesting. Just like me, always ready to ski. Yeah, you're funny, man. Space boot, yeah. I got my astronaut boot on. I got my moon boot on. You can see the pattern that I left on the moon, right? I was one of the moon landing guys. You can see it, right? There's my pattern. You can see it. That was the pattern we left on the moon. I don't know. They lost all the footage of they lost the footage of the greatest expedition in history of mankind. But they threw the footage in the trash, or they ran over it or lost it. Only 2 people want to comment on this. How did the tape survive the Van Allen belt? That's a good question. Nothing to see here. Recycling's important, right? I'm just saying, like, you know. Amen, Sammy. We will love him 100%. Dude, I'm coming through, Scotty. Dude, and shout out to Scott Melker, everybody. Give him a watch. The guy's really doing big things for the space. The Wolf of All Streets. Connects a lot of people. Travels around the world. Like, is a family man too, you know. And represents a lot of good things in the space. Doesn't use a lot of profanity. I don't think he ever does, actually. And look, 275 million in short positions liquidated. I didn't put you short. My system told you so. My system... Apparently, millions of people should learn my system because they're getting wrecked. Millions of people would have known how it goes, and you know what I'm saying? I will pray for you now. God bless. Yeah, that girl went through some pain. Whenever I see that on Twitter, I feel horrible. And then I pray immediately when I write that, and I center the prayer to that person. Because you can't say you're going to do it and not do it. You got to do it. You know? Bitcoin, baby. And now we're starting our next possible move here further to the upside. You saw me lose no money. I risked 100,000 and 47,000. I used $3,000 and 1,400. I don't use the whole account. And I can borrow off it, use it for other stuff. So anyway, I'm looking for this to break out today, folks, and to get more late liquidations. Late shorts are going to get liquidated. People that jumped in last night, oh, these are fake pumps. You know, and then that tweet got them really, like, people live in fear, man. 90% of people live in fear. They don't believe. Once you believe in God, you have no fear, like, because you know you have the greatest creator behind you. So what do you have to fear? Nothing. And if you know this life is a lesson and you're going to learn from it, what do you truly have to fear? I really don't know if there's anything to fear. Fake emotion acting real. Fear. F-E-A-R. Fake emotion acting real. It's not real when you're living in emotions. Emotions aren't real, folks. Remember that. They're not real. They never were. They make you do things, say things, push you. You got to assess how you feel for that moment, think logically, and then make a determination of how you would like to speak. I'm not saying I don't act emotionally sometimes. We all do. It's constantly keeping ourselves in check. This is the human existence. This is the human struggle. That's why monks have so much control over themselves. They worked at it for years. Right? Someone says, get out all trades by 1 p.m. when Trump speaks. Do you have any predictions of where price might reverse? Right now, I'm showing you where it's likely going. All right. Look, we're up another 200 now. Now it's a $400 day. Don't have to be greedy. You see what I'm saying? Now we're up so much, it's good to move the stop loss to break even. Now I can't lose any money. Now if Trump speaks, something crazy goes up, I still get my money that I was up on today. I'm about stacking the wins on top of each other every single time. You do not have to be a big shot. Okay? Thank you, Lifer. I need that today. God bless you, man. Yeah. Sammy Price pump time. Spend time at Deep Nature. Plenty of answers in there, 100%. But you're no moon boy. Money. Sam, don't hide from us. You were there. I know, right? Boating accident. No, I was just playing padel. Some people call it paddle. Other people call it padel. But it's a sport inside of a glass, you're inside of like a glass tennis. This is, you play around in here. It's usually plexiglass here, fencing here. It's really fun too. I was having a blast. I was this guy. I was playing. I ran up to hit, and I fell right there. Not at this court, but that's where I fell in the court, just right on the ground. And next thing you know, they had to bring me out. And then I had surgery. I can't believe it. But this is the game of padel. The racket's even pretty cool. Even when I see playing it, I'm like, oh my God, who's next? And I'm worried that it could happen to my right leg. Like, I don't know if I could ever play pad. I have post-traumatic stress from what happened to me, man. Anyway, padel, man. Paddle, padel, whatever. I don't, call it what you want to call it. Look, it looks like we may be able to. So what we want to see is a big pump on the NASDAQ and a big pump for Bitcoin. Some type of news this afternoon, tonight. Something happens and goes our way. I mean, that's a breakout now. Can't believe it's only 187. It looks higher than it was before. It's looking a little lackluster, unsustainable, though. I almost want to just take that 187 and go from there. Let me look at my 5. My 5 will calm me down. Yeah, the 5 minute looks good to me. Looks like it's going to rip too. I'm going to stay inside this trade. I don't think there's any reason to leave the trade just yet. So there you have it. We gave you the top-down analysis all the way down to when I traded the 1 minute and the 5. I showed you that I'm projecting the 1 hour. I showed you both possibilities, though. Like the 1 hour could be on a massive run-up here. Like it was in a rising wedge. They faked it. They came back down. Then they brought it. So like, oh, you thought you were going to get the pump? No, we're going to wreck you. Then we're going to pump it. We're not going to take you with us. We're going to make sure we take you take your bags, and then we're going to take your bags with us. We're not taking you with us. We're taking your bags with us, though. And why do you pack your bags? Why do you liquidate on this wick if you're not going anywhere? Right? Again, I would like to see better structure, which would mean this would go up and down. I'd love to see this. Tap out at 70K here. Okay. But again, once we hit 70,000, the frenzy begins. And remember, BOOKMAP is screaming we're going to 74K, and it's got a lot of liquidity all the way up in here too, all the way up to 72,000. So watch out if you're short, man. The shorts got demolished last night and today. Looks like they may do it again, right? Up $200 now on the trade. Really starting to look good and go our way. Look how I sat with this trade. Look how I massaged the trade. Look how I waited patiently. I didn't over risk. This is the key to trading. It's one step, one day at a time. Remember, I'm going to be here all day. I don't have to make 10 grand every time I trade. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel, and again, other people have way more money than me, so their positions have to be, like Crypto's probably where, I don't even know, but from what I assess, he's got to be in the 50 to 100 million range, so he can lose 3 mil a trade. I can't. That's like half my net worth. Like, I can't lose 3 mil a trade, So, I said it's like, I didn't say it was, all right? I'm a little... You know what I mean? Hey, don't say a word. Hey, never know how much you hold, man. Nobody needs to know my netty. That's for me to know and my wife to know, right? That's it. Hey, Sam, what's your netty? Nanya. What's Nanya? None your business. Just know it's pretty dang good, all right? Anyway... My worth comes from God. It doesn't come from monetary value, so it doesn't matter what my netty is. All right? It matters what my soul has gone through, what I've learned, how I've progressed, and in my frequency, man. And all things are done through God. Praise be Allah, man. Allahu Akbar to all my peoples, man. Praise to God, and may Jesus, people don't realize that Muslims believe Jesus is coming back. See, when I grew up Catholic, I thought the Muslims, I thought they despised Jesus. I thought they thought nothing of him. Then I meet my wife who is Muslim, and she goes, no, we believe in Jesus. We believe he's like, Muhammad wrote everything, but we believe he's like, he's coming. He's one of the greatest prophets ever. I was like, that's interesting. So even the Muslims believe in Jesus. I just want you to know that. I think some Christians don't know that. If anything, Christians and Muslims should come together, man. And honestly, if you're truly living your religion, which I shouldn't get, I don't know why I'm going into religion, because I can't. It's not worth it. My whole thing is this. Love is the religion. Just love people the way you want to be loved. Treat people the way you want to be treated. To me, that is religion. If you follow your doctrine, but you hurt others, or you'll say, if you don't listen to my God, I'm going to chop you up. And that's not, you know what I mean? I'm gonna chop you up if you don't believe in my God. Like, that's not how it works. And there's many Muslim people in Thailand, and there's many beautiful people all around the world that are kind, loving, and would never lay a finger on you. There's so many beautiful Muslim people. There's so many beautiful Catholic people. There's so many beautiful people. Focus on that. Focus on the idea that there's really heartfelt, good souls out here. And you'll attract those type of people in your life. And you won't have to deal with negativity. Okay? God is the most merciful. Yeah. Yeah, your body, mind, and soul is worth more than anything, or how much would you sell for? Amen, yeah. Trump's Muslim, you're funny. They do trust in the sacrifice of Jesus on their behalf, which is the only way for forgiveness. Yeah. Says scripture, not me. Amen, man. I'm with you on that. On your belief on that. But Muslims refer to Jesus as Esau and say before his name, peace be upon him, 100%. I heard his name was Esau. I am living country where a three dominant Western Eastern Christian song. We had war in the 90s, but we were, yeah. Massive inverted head and shoulder on Bitcoin daily. Wow, that's what I'm saying, man. I talked about it. I went over it. Yeah. Trump is of Scottish, of Scottish Catholic descent. Just so you know, like, the man is Scottish predominantly, right? I think a little German. Not a good guy. See, that's the thing. The Trump does not believe in something. Thou shalt not judge, man. So you're judging somebody, and so you break in the commandment immediately. Isn't that crazy? Immediately breaking the commandment. He doesn't believe he's going to heaven because of his sins. He's not a good guy. You're judging him, man. I guess you can say whatever you want. I'm going to get over it. I'm not Trump and religion, two most polarizing situations while I'm in a trade, right? What we want to see is who can get this move further to the upside, folks. That's what we're looking for, okay? And all this other stuff will just get in your head and get in the way, right? Yeah, the one on ETH is way too big. But you're not a great, I love people. I love you too, man. That's 100%. Love is let's not argue on my channel over things that could divide us. Let's all stay lifers and continue to push. That's the most important thing, man. Yeah. If you want to learn technical analysis, I just want to let you know, in my trading group, I do not discuss politics. I only post charts and, how to stay up. I post some cool stuff behind the scenes of ideas and thoughts, and like Ed Lead Scalene, and I might post some videos that open up your mind. Man, what a beautiful day it is to be alive, man. I'm so excited for today. It looks like we may even make more here if this continues to go sideways. And now, here's your next trade. Okay, that flag technically broke out. Here's your next trade. Your next trade is this little flag on the 1 minute. You want to see us get tight, touch the 21 and break out again and head to 70,178. And you could piecemeal the day through the smaller time frames, which will show you what's likely going to happen, right? We unite around the charts 100%. Team humanity, yeah. We love the diversity, Sam. That's the thing, man. Muslims, we have Jewish people here. We have people from Madagascar. I think we have people that do Kwanzaa. Seriously, like, we've got it all. And then we even have Messianic Jews in this chat. Jews that believe in Jesus. There's a few Jews here that are called Messianic Jews, a sect of the Jewish religion that believes in Jesus. Because there was a group of people at the time that decided to break away and believe in Jesus, that still held their Jewish traditions, and they're still here to this day. I know a Messianic Jew, okay? BTC is going to take 71K. Bitcoin going to touch 71,000. I have corned beef at a Jewish deli recently. They're not that bad. Hey. Everyone has something to give if you open your heart and raise your frequency. Don't look for hate and don't look to divide. You know, I saw this old man. I used to buy things off this old guy that used to draw on the street. And he said, the only differences among people are the ones that we look for. It's like, if you want to divide me, you could find a way to get division. If you want to find a way to get together with me, we could find a way to do that too. Right? So the only differences among people are the ones that we look for. It's crazy, right? Yeah. Shout out to Leon. So sorry. I never meant to offend you. God bless you, man. Jesus is king. He was a prophet, but he was also the number one guy. I forgot it, right? There you go. You should name this stream Eyes Wide Open, right? Just crack a joke. The people that are out there every day with us aren't the problem. 100%. Stokes resettle the pump. Good sign. We're 100%. That's a good sign. Yeah. Super channel. This is one of the best channels in all of YouTube, man. We cover life lessons, ideas, a little bit of conspiracy theory if we have to here and there, but we stay in the charts. How could you not cover conspiracy theory? They told me the dollar was really worth something and I should hold on to it and save it. And I found out it was a Ponzi. Like, once I found out the dollar was a Ponzi, I didn't listen to anyone anymore. Like, I realized that, you know, everyone around me, and my parents didn't know that. They told me to save my money. What do you mean? Basically burn a hole in my pocket with fiat? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love my mom and dad, but they didn't understand what the heck was going on. My dad was good with money. He knew how to save money. My dad knew how to hustle, man. Didn't matter if inflation came. My dad would keep working. You know what I mean? My dad was a hustler, so he was going to be fine. He didn't make excuses and he kept working. But you can be a hustler, not make excuses, keep working, and understand the monetary policy a lot better and use it to your advantage. I'm richer than a lot of people that are smarter than me. Went to better. I'm richer than a lot of my friends went to Harvard, Yale, Brown University, kids that I went to school with. I went to St. John's. It's a good school, but it's not an Ivy League school. Now have a higher net worth than a lot of kids I know that went to Ivy League. Why? Because I understood the monetary system and I didn't regurgitate what they taught me. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. I was going to end the show right there and just leave, but I felt like people would feel a little like, you know. My girlfriend Precious is the new to the stream. She's loving it. Show her some love. Dude, her name is Precious. That's amazing. Shout out to Precious. We love you. Thank you for coming here, Precious. Keep your man happy. You know what to do. And he'll keep you happy. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Keep it, you know, keep him guessing. All right? Never let him know what's coming. If you know what I'm saying, and he will keep you happy. I'm telling you right now. That's how my relationship works with my wife. And you know what? We have a wonderful time together. I love my wife. She's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. You know what I mean? She is, man. And she knows how to keep me happy. I'll tell you that. She's amazing, man. My wife is amazing. Like, I'm talking like, wow. She blows my mind every time. Man, I love my wife. TMO, all right, TMI. But God bless you all, man, and love each other too, man. At the end of the day, love each other. Don't nitpick. Don't come in the house. Why did you do this? Don't cause fights. Don't find things to complain about, man, because we could all do that to each other. Don't do that. I'm not saying you're doing that, but just don't. People tend to get into the ruts and, like, love each other. Realize you're both blessed to have someone and really appreciate each other's company. You know? Make her feel appreciated. Know that her favorite little sweet, on your way home from the store, grab it for her. Say, hey, honey, I was thinking of you. I know you like this. I'm telling you, these small things in a relationship are so big. And they're going to mean so much. All right. He goes, weird vibes, not going to lie. You get so funny, man. He goes, nah, that's a good relationship. We are the Samolites. Shout out to the Samolites in the hood, man. I was sent to a military high school at Trump because I was a bad boy. You're funny, man. Shout out to the Ghost Rider 333. And never lie to your girl. Never lie to your wife or girlfriend, man. Never lie to her. God will know you lie to her. All right, everybody, I'm out for the day. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. We're going to keep watching this flag to see if it plays out into fruition. And it has a couple targets too. But the first target's going to be 70,196. And I'll post this to the group as well. And then remember, I haven't taken a day off since April 22nd of 2021 was the last time I didn't do the show for a day. It was a Sunday. I took Sunday off. Now I do Sundays. All right. And someone said, why don't you stop working on God's day? I said, because the devil never stops, and so neither do I. I preach God's name 365 days a year because the devil preaches his ugly nonsense 365 days a year. Tithing to the Church of Lifers, man. Shout out to Marcus. God bless you, bro. Let's take a look at the super chats that came in today. Thank you so much for the love and the fan funding. Marcus sent in 5 super chats. I can't believe you did that. You do that almost every day. I don't know how, but God bless you. He did it again. God bless you. Type Crow, man. I miss you, man. It's been a long time, bro. And our birthdays are coming up, man. I'll never forget the night we spent. Didn't we spend our birthdays together? Wasn't our birthday at the same night on the same night and we went to dinner together? I'm pretty sure it was on my birthday or it was like a week before or something. But we went to dinner together. We poured it sounds gay as heck, but we poured the chocolate thing over the bowl. I still have footage of that. Amazing night, bro. I've had so many. That was a really good meal too. That place was bong. It was like Anna something with an A, remember? Dude, we're pumping, folks. We're about to go to 70K. The trade's now up again, 16%, 234. I'm playing with real money. This is not a demo. You go to futures, demo trading's down there. This is not demo. This is my money on weeks. Love you, Sam. Have a great one. You too. And never mean to offend you, Leon Llamas. We love you, man. You see Aerodrone being bullish. I do, and I still hold it. Wow, we're about to hit 70,000, folks. Send it, baby, send it. And that's that 1 hour looking like it's going to break out of it. Look, this is a rising wedge here. Rising wedges break out parabolically. Woo-wee! I stayed just long enough to get the pump to the upside, folks. And there we have it. We got in here. This thing pumped the whole way. Another trade I gave you. Stop loss to break even. You can't even lose money in this trade. I gave you 2 stone cold trades today on the live. And that's what I love about this channel. I give real trades in real time. I make the trades live in front of you. I don't have it open beforehand and then I show you the trade. I do the trade right here, right now. No BS. All right. And look, these are scalps. I'm just looking to take some money off the table. I kind of want to just sell that right there. Yeah, we'll take that. I'll get back into the trade again on another position. That's another 260. I made $500 basically on the stream today in 2 hours. That ain't bad. I used to go to work to make that, and it would take me all day. I didn't do what I loved. I had to ride a bicycle. I worked a night shift. It was completely different than what I'm doing now. I am so blessed today that I'm here on this channel. I will always be grateful for this opportunity. I work from home, so I see my children. I have a nanny for my kids so my wife can work out. And the nanny is the nicest person in the world. She's become part of our family. Like, I can't even call her a nanny. Like, she's part of the family. It's weird that we have to pay her because that's how the world works. But she's put her heart into the job, man. And she fell in love with my kids. And I'm so lucky that these are the type of people we met. People with good hearts, good souls to be there around my children. So I've got such a great life right now. I want to say thank you to God for always providing for me. I'm going to bring God up on this channel every day and say thank you for everything I've been given. I'm going to express gratitude for all the things that have happened to me. And I'm going to channel that energy every single day, every single moment to continue to live my life to the fullest. And you too. If I can set a good example for you by living a great life and letting you know that it is possible to be, you can start with no money and be worth 10 million in 5 years. You can have zero money and be worth 10 million in 5 years. It's possible. You can be in debt, and 5 years from now, you can be worth 10, 5, 10, 20 million, maybe even more, man. Once you decide it's over and you're not playing that game no more, you're focused and ready to go. Once you decide to cut those people out of your life that you know are draining you, once you decide to commit to greatness, it's going to come because you're going to bring it into your life because you decided at that point that there's no room for anything else. Okay. Also, I hold big bags of spot. I buy spot Bitcoin. It makes it easier to not have to over leverage. I got big spot positions that have taken care of Bitcoin. When Bitcoin moves, I'm set. I only need to take care of the smaller time frames and maybe a bigger play here or there on the bigger ones. Remember, I'm in a long on the monthly right now. It's been open for weeks, 3 weeks now. I've been in a long on the monthly with a stop below the wick. Bitcoin's looking interesting, I'll tell you. It looks like it's going to continue to pump, folks. But again, I know nothing but the fact about ignorance, and we'll take it one day, one step, one candle at a time. I'm out of here for the day. I'm going over a little bit there. But dude, I like this. I like getting back in the trade now. Going up to 72,907. Stop at 69,301. Now we're going to risk half of what we made again. And now we're going to go about, let's say, 190 for 780. You see? We hit this trade now, we make 7 times 5, 1,200. At that point, we can risk about 1,200 for $3,000 tonight at 7 p.m., you see? And now you're seeing how I'm building over time, okay? I'm backing along right now for Bitcoin. I'll post this to the trading group. All the posts that I gave to the group today played out. If you were just getting Discord posts, you're in the money. It's the greatest Discord in the history of Discords, man. And I'm here for you guys every single day, no matter what. All right? I don't talk that nonsense to nobody. I keep it all love and light in the Discord. I don't get into politics. I don't put my views on you. I just post charts and I build you up, and I want you to see what I see. All right? Everyone, I'm out for the day. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you on the flip side. Stay true, stay positive. And I'll catch you in the trading group. If you want to see more of this and you want to get it down, go to cryptolifer.com right now and sign up. You'll be in the group within an hour or less, 10 minutes. And we'll get you going. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Stay fresh, stay amazing. May God bless you. Thank you.
Got the